Hello, everybody. Hello. I just switch this up and turn this off. Turn this off. Well, hopefully, all of you can hear me and see me properly. Please feel free to let me know. I'm still trying to figure out this new system that I set up for the chats. Um, well, it's not fully new. I've used it before, but okay, that's working. And all this should be working, I think. Yeah. Okay, okay. Alright. Cool. Thank you all for being here. Or, well, if you randomly stumbled upon my stream, appreciate you for being here. Now, I kind of have good news. First off, well, it's good news for me right now. But first off, that I remember that we had this from when our baby was born. Like we have this light that is um I can move it around and such and change the intensity, which is exactly what I need for drawing, and that's really convenient. And the other thing is that I'm going to actually get what I ordered that should improve the streams and my capacity to make decent videos. And yeah, let's see, just check sound real quick. Yeah, go. Alright, this is working. What? This should be working. And this is working. Alright. What? Stop that again. There you go. Alright. Yeah. Find it funny that every now and then somebody pops up and says hi. Or they appear like near the end of the stream or something. Like, or when I'm already like wrapping up. But the other thing is, oh, I forgot to get water. I guess I could use some of mine. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, don't be shocked by that. Just gonna separate it into a different container so I can use it. Yeah, that should be good. It's good enough for what I need. I also changed the setup that was kind of annoying for me because it shows a part of the screen, but then I have to figure out how to, unless you have like a dedicated um, a screen just for like show you stuff, it can be a little bit of annoying uh, dealing with all the chats and so on. So yeah, I just took it out. If I need to show you something, I guess I could turn on the display. Could be. think I can turn it on. Give me a second. Bum, 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 bum. YouTube. Uh, there you go. Yeah. If I need to show you something, I can just do that, and that's it. Like that. See? I could do that. And now I lost it. Of course. Why wouldn't I? Here we go. Okay. Yeah. All good. So last time I I made this, and it kind of reminded me that I can actually illustrate. I was getting really frustrated with some of my previous drawings recently. I was like, darn it, I need to do better. I can do better. So yeah, just wanted to improve upon it. So this is actually the sketchbook I was working on with this sort of thing, this dystopian world, and kind of one of them, or the main character that I was showing a few days ago. Kind of made like a story arc about it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fully develop this, but it would be nice. It would definitely be nice. And I was debating between doing. I really like this character. This is a really cool character. So I was debating between this one and this one. Which one should I draw? I'll try to draw this one this time around. Let's see how it goes. Just gonna take this out. Probably what I'm going to start doing is, after I scan this, I'll put it as available on my website if somebody wants it, and I can ship it to you. Like this one is like actual illustration quality paper, so you can frame it and so on and so forth. Yeah, is that right? So I've been using lately this contraption here. Maybe you have seen me talk about it online. If you can get your hands on some Prismacolor color erasers, you should. These are freaking awesome. I should actually like add a affiliate link to them here on the description. But these things are freaking awesome. You can draw, and they come with this eraser, and you can erase them, and they're super soft when you draw, which is freaking awesome. And really curious as if this is actually working. I cannot tell, really. I cannot tell unless somebody writes something. If you write something, if you message, it should appear on the screen. So you could see your message over there somewhere. Okay. Here. Somewhere around here. Anyway. Moving on. I can film this in this configuration. It's actually kind of cool looking, but you don't get as we could do that. I could probably work with that. That's fine. That one's fine. That's perfect. For what I need, that's perfect. I should actually delete a few here. That's a really long video I made. Where are you? This one. Just gonna right. Okay. The thing that can be a little bit annoying is that it gets in the way that you cannot see it in frame, but I have this arm that allows me to move my phone around so I can film. It can be a pain in the rear because it gets in the way and it hits the mic. There you go. Now that I'm drawing, let's just leave that there. Hopefully it doesn't fall on me. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hi, how are you? Hola, Bati. Hello, fun. How are you? Welcome. All good. Trying to make a decent drawing as usual. Often not fulfilling my quota, I think. I'm trying to draw this. Estoy intentando dibujar esto. This is from a previous sketchbook I made when I was doing like one drawing a day. I was doing that for, I think I got to 400 days or something. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I don't think I got the the results I wanted from it, but I wasn't about to stop. I eventually stopped, but for other reasons. Um, well, today, um, you are. Oftentimes, people show up and they leave, and it just depends on the day. Some days there's a few people, other days zero. And but that's the reality of trying to do anything online and trying to make yourself known, put your work out there. That's the only way. And if you know of other ways, so far that has been the only way I found. And well, I'm 37, so ever since I can remember, it could be like 3 years old or something, and I just never stopped. Never stopped drawing, and I got into illustration and then visual effects and animation. Work on that for a while. Also advertising, and now just trying to go back to my roots, so to speak. I think I'm going to have to move this way because yep, there you go. A tattoo artist, well, uh, they work as like they give you this uh, tutoring of sorts. Uh, I don't I don't remember the right word in English, but they take you as their pupil. I think oftentimes that's how people get into that industry. I was actually not you're not an assistant. You're somebody's pupil. Like you're gonna be shadowing that person for years potentially, and at least that's the way they work. As far as I know, you can also there's some courses that back in my country there was a place that taught you how to tattoo and all that. And but usually the the places I know, they work by by they get somebody that they accept as their padawan of sorts. I'm from Venezuela. Um, so yeah, tattooing is um it's really competitive, but it also there's money in it. Having said this, um, oh, Pennsylvania, that's cool. Um, if you're 15, it could be a difficult because of your age, but at the same time, you have the benefit that you're probably living with your parents and they're helping you out, so you can probably kind of start learning. Oh, okay. Well, if you do tattoos, then there's not much I can tell you. Tattooing has a lot of. You have to know how to draw, but if you're gonna do a portrait, just just trace it. Hmm. Okay. Well, that's also a way that a lot of people start. I've done some tattoos, really simple things, and I was trying to get into a shop, as I was saying, as a Padawan of sorts, but it's not paid. So I was like, oh, I need to earn uh, at the time. I got that opportunity, but it wasn't gonna work for me because I needed income. So I was like, that's a bummer. But yeah, if you another thing is if you know some people that are tattoo artists, that can be like a leg up and a way to get into that industry. Um, the artist that I talked to was really cool about it and told me that my work was good and I could probably potentially make a good living working as a tattoo artist. But yeah, you need to go through that uh, teaching phase. And I at the time I'm I started working on this because I'm super introverted naturally. So for me was uh, a bit of a challenge to like work with public, and that's a huge part of tattooing. Like you have to speak to your customers and all that. Thank you, no worries. I hope they help. I don't know at what point you're at in your uh, learning curve, um, but I'm pretty sure you can get better. Well, you gotta practice that too. So- Sorry about that, but yeah, that's something that you have to. I mean, you don't have to be an extroverted person, but Dragoku, I'll take you up on it, but uh, not right now. If I'm able to locate your message, I'm going to draw Goku. I used to practice drawing Dragon Ball Z characters, so that's fun for me. Yeah, every now and then. I'm also not streaming just to YouTube. A short life? What do you mean? No worries. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I'm actually live in the vertical format, so that's actually quite a few people join on that one. Or at least you get more visibility of sorts. I'm pretty sure that not everybody's gonna want to watch a random dude drawing in the middle of the night, but yeah, like I needed to be able to make content, and this was a venue I had. Yeah, I do have one. Um, I could like I. What would you like, really? Uh, some feedback or like rating, like the randomly? I don't. I don't like that much, but I can give you feedback if you want. That you may be able to use. Up to you though. Okay. So she has this. Of course, this is the other ear, so she would have like different configurations. Just gonna pause this. I don't need all that. Just checking here. It's important to check. I should be fine. It changed the features. I was checking here the proportions. I think that the hair I made it too prominent, and I did change the features, but anyway, if I ever want to turn it into a comic, I'll use that one. I prefer those features than this one's. This is more. I think this one's more realistic, but I think more stylized. It's better for what I do. I don't know. Just speaking my mind about this. Like, who cares? Give it a few years. AI is gonna be everywhere. And maybe the dudes that created it will figure out that they're being helping their own demise. Maybe I'm wrong. It's kind of funny because that's kind of the whole thing about this. Like the reason I made all this dystopia stuff is because the way we've been moving forward, to me it feels like we're gonna be in a dystopia at some point. At least I hope we have like cool stuff like in, I don't know, cyberpunk or something along those lines. At least I hope that's the case, that'll be nice. Uh, the worst version of it would be that we just have dystopia and nothing interesting to deal with in that reality. Hooray! Hooray! So, I'll be taking it easy today. This whole fella. How you doing, youngsters? Yes, here I'm trying. Yeah. The main character I made, she has one eye that is an implant. This one has both. They kind of enhance their eyesight. That has been done many times, but I wanted to do my own version, so deal with it. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh my god, I forget. I feel like an old person already. Come on, I forgot some paper to deal with the water if I mess it up. You know what? It's okay. I don't want it. Forget it. Forget it. What the fudge? Did this break? Oh, it got caught on that. Okay. Anyway. Maybe I should just play the music I have. I like playing music in the background. It's just forget it. If I do, then I get silenced on the other platforms. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Meaning the platforms. Whoever's watching this, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Unless you already stream, which would make it even more of a niche. I kind of tend to forget how fun this is. You have to remember why you got into this. If you're new, you're probably figuring out why am I getting into this. And the only thing I can tell you with all that is going on is that you have to figure that for yourself. Having said that, that has always been the case with art. Especially, and I want to make this super clear, especially if you're middle or low class. If you're in the upper class, They do whatever they want. They can throw money at a problem and a problem goes away. Um, but for the rest of us mortals that we deal with things in the real world, well, you have to really answer that question for yourself. And even if that doesn't become your main source of income, it's okay. It's okay to work on other things. I'm not I'm not happy about it, but I've done it many times. I've also done illustrations for different projects, but because of the nature of the business, uh, oftentimes you find yourself finding more of like mundane tasks of sorts. Um, the creative work, it's a little bit more nuanced and harder to come by at times. Especially now with all the AI nonsense, as I mentioned multiple times on my streams. Um, Having said this, art is a way to express ourselves and kind of deal with whatever you have going on. And the only person that can answer why you should pursue this or not, and if it's worth it for you or not, do you want to give up or not, is you. I think I've talked about this recently that I tried to give up. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay bricks or something. I don't know, something random like that. Um, and I might be repeating myself right now, but yeah, you have to figure out how much you really want to be doing art, whatever that may be. Painting, drawing, sculpting, music, doesn't really matter. If you have this, it's like you have this tick or this bug is right there with you all the time, then is sorry to break it to you, but it's un unescapable. Like you have to scratch that itch one way or another. You just have to, no matter what. And finding that reality and that passion, uh, nobody can tell you, oh, you should do. You always. When I was younger, I used to, oh, what do you think I should do? Oh, well, I could recommend you this, I could recommend you that. You can take people's recommendations, but you should always listen to your own compass. Exactly like Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like that compass doesn't point north. And it's a really strong um, metaphor for what people should actually be doing in life. I know we all have responsibilities. If you're super young, your responsibility is getting good grades, and that's about it. Like, keep your room clean, and be good to your parents, and so on. Uh, well, once you get older, we have to pay rent, we have to pay this, we have to pay that, and you have to think about all this other stuff. But if that's not the case, or if that's the case, you can always kind of carve a small portion of time to do a little bit of work surrounding your passion. Because believe me, I can tell you from experience, if you try to walk away from it, you're not gonna have a good time. Yeah. Not once have I been, oh yeah, I'm so happy I haven't done anything creative in years. Not once. It's more like, oh my god, I haven't done a drawing in a month, and like, oh my god, I should make some stuff. And yeah, like I have a lot of work that I don't like it. Yeah, like, certainly you're gonna make stuff that you're not gonna like, but that shouldn't stop you from making the stuff that you don't want to. Uh, like, I don't want to mess up, and then you don't do the thing. Like, how are you going to get better if you don't freaking show up? Just like any other endeavor, sports, or whatever you're doing with your life, it doesn't really matter. Like this fellow or gal, I don't know. I cannot know from they them, that was mentioned in the she or he or they or them wants to become a tattoo artist. The only way you can get better at it or pursue it is if you get really in there, and deal with all that entails, like knowing how to talk to clients, knowing all the technical things, the safety things, knowing how they should take care of the tattoos afterwards, best practices, know how to be professional. So that's a bunch of skills that you have to master in order to be successful at that. And a lot of the stuff we learn, it can be transferred to other things, of course. But my point is that I lost my point. uh, My point is, if you really want to create art, do it. Doesn't matter if it's on over the weekends or just on your little sketchbook or I don't know, amateur night at a club or something. Because I've heard that I'm really curious now. I didn't know about this, but there's this thing apparently with Gen Zers about cringe. I'm actually curious about that. So you stop doing things just because they're, oh, I don't want to be cringe. If that's the case, if that's the reason you stop doing things, what what are you going to do when you run out of things that you don't want to be cringe about? And the reality of it is nobody cares. At some point, we'll be all gone. Me learning that. I still deal with a bunch of stuff. I'm super introverted. But knowing that really, or internalizing that really helped me, like, you know what, I'm going to try. It doesn't matter if I succeed or not. I'm going to give it all I got, or the best I can, to this. And if something comes out of it, then awesome. If nothing comes out of it, well, at least I tried. Find it kind of funny, the whole thing about you had no viewers. Everybody started with no views. I have a video on Instagram. They got to 1 million views from a drawing I did. So that whole thing is, I wasn't even expecting that to happen. It just happened, and I was just trying to grow on Instagram and maybe have some success online. And that was like a good moment of reassurance that I was doing something. as I mentioned, this is additive. Um, I'm not doing anything as they traditionally tell you you should do it. Um, when they teach you this technique, they tell you that you should start with yellow or like a really light color and then work your way towards tones that are way more saturated and strong. So that way you kind of keep uh, your values in check and potentially you make less of a mess, I guess. And also the thing is, if you wanna, like, this one has white, but the, well, it depends how are you gonna use a watercolor. If it's gonna be like really watery, just a soft wash, and you're not gonna use white. You're gonna reserve that. But I'm trying to remember. I think when I made the technique, which I don't have the illustration for, I did a frame for from 310 to Yuma uh, of Russell Crowe with a revolver on the movie, and you kind of start like adding material, um, layer by layer. You build it up, but whenever you add water, you're moving what is below it, so you have to be mindful of that. So as with any technique, there's different levels to it. This is, I would say, like more casual, also more specific to what I want to be doing. Mm. Maybe I could do this and then add just a little bit. Those are supposed to be implants. Um, well, it's part of the story. The idea that I've been trying to make. Is there water here? Is the water here with us? Oh my god, what is going on with this freaking, like, look at that, all the hairs are all messed up. That's on, this one's old. I think this, I had it like I was studying illustration when I bought that, I think, which should tell you that I do try to take care of my materials. These are really nice washes. Haven't gotten to the best part. There's different techniques that people use for this. There's some people that throw water on the paper before they start to to activate it. I don't really care about that. Uh, but it's something that if you're interested in the technique might be your thing. I really like that you can combine it. I was trying to combine it yesterday to see if I could make a decent illustration out of this, and figured that it does work, which is nice. And here is a mix of different volumes. The best way I've been able to make it is taking into account what I just said. That is, it can be its own character, and you have to sort of be really mindful as to how you approach it. Otherwise, it's easy to make it look awful. So, even when I'm using just one color, well, lack thereof, I'm trying to go little by little, building up the image. I'm going to the most fun part at the end. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining. I'm probably about to end the stream. I don't know yet, but I already passed the hour mark, and I usually end it around this time. How's it going? I'm good. All things considered, drawing in the middle of the night, painting rather. In this case, I'm painting. I hope I didn't. That's good. That's good. So good. So good, man. I was checking if I messed it up. baby woke up. Oh, this is nice. Yeah. I'm also getting used to how this specific watercolor works. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it. I think this is probably one of the best techniques there are. Mm, I don't think it's the best, but it's so forgiving in how it works. You can make a lot of things look decent with this technique, which is really nice. This freaking chair is driving me crazy. It starts to lower. It was working fine before. Just decided to randomly mess with me. Risk this than the other shadow. Yeah. You have to also get used to the level of water or the amount of water that it's on your uh, brush. Uh, in Spanish is pincel, so I was gonna say pencil, but pencil is a different thing. I'm surprised I'm still functional at this hour. uh, I did anybody write something from TikTok? Mm, seems like no. Is that a no? I don't know. Anyhow, hi, stranger danger. That's a really funny name for stranger danger. That's a good one. That's so good. People often appear and disappear on live streams. Yep. Alright, so let's change it up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, I want to. It's gonna do the other part of the eye and this. It was this. I thought of making it like this area. Maybe it could be like something like that. Yeah, that's about as good as what I wanted. Okay, alright. Let's get real now. I have to switch this up or I'm going to mess it up. Get out the way. Ooh. It's an original character that I made. Um, I'm still between making it into a short film or a comic book. Thank you. Have to really It's risky what I'm doing. Yeah, it stopped. Right at the moment that I needed, you stop. Come on, man. Don't mess with me. There you go. I have to adapt certain things. The eyes should be are closed. It's too exaggerated. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Cool. Bye. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you joining in. Yeah. Yep. That's feels nice to actually make something that I'm happy with. It's been some time. Have to keep going with it. Now that I think of it, I can make the entire thing like this, which has been done before. Let me tell you, is painful to make a comic book with watercolor. It's also a really fast technique, which is really nice, but it takes work. It takes work because, well, the ones I've seen, the format is really prominent, so you have to deal with all the material, and then you end with a stack of papers like that, and right. Okay, I'm good. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. And I might still work on some stuff here after this, but thank you for being here. The ones of you that decided to join in, even if it was for a little while, appreciate you. I hope to see you next time. I think today's Wednesday, so tomorrow should be my last stream of the week. So if you want to join in, oh, this freaking chair just dropped again. Drives me nuts. Yeah, it's annoying. Anyhow, yeah. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you next time. I have an illustrated deck of cards that you can find on my website. I also have a Redbubble shop where you can find illustrations of mine in some merch. I also have phone backgrounds on my website if you want to check that out. I'm working on some other stuff for social media that we'll see how that turns out. But for now, I'm gone. Until next time, bye.